My name is Eleanor and I am 68 years old. For the longest time, I believed my story was quietly closing, the pages turning slowly toward a calm and uneventful ending. I had lived most of my life in a small coastal town, the kind where everyone knows your name but sometimes forgets your story. My days were marked by routine, mornings spent tending to my garden, afternoons with a book in hand, and evenings by the fire, alone with my thoughts. It wasn't that I felt lonely exactly. I had loved ones, friends, and neighbors who cared for me in their way. But deep inside, there was a growing silence I could no longer ignore. A yearning for something I hadn't named, a space in my heart waiting to be filled again. My husband, Thomas, had passed away 5 years ago. We had been married for over 40 years, partners in the truest sense. Losing him was like losing the anchor that steadied my soul in the storm. After his passing, the house that once echoed with laughter and shared secrets became a quiet sanctuary, but also a place heavy with memories and what-ifs. At first, I tried to fill the silence with busyness, volunteering at the local library, helping with community events, and occasionally hosting tea parties for my friends. But the moments of joy felt fleeting, like petals swept away by the wind. One autumn afternoon, as the sun cast golden hues over the ocean, I found myself walking along the shore. The waves whispered secrets and carried away the weight of many yesterdays. As I walked, I spotted a man struggling with a large canvas by the docks, an artist trying to capture the stormy beauty of the sea. His name was Michael. He had recently moved into the neighborhood, seeking solitude to inspire his work after years of hectic city life. We struck up a conversation that day, and soon our paths crossed more often, at the market during morning walks, and at the small cafe that had become my favorite escape. Michael didn't try to fill my silence with words. Instead, he shared his own quiet moments, his struggles and joys as an artist seeking new beginnings. There was no rush, no pressure, just two souls learning to listen. One evening, he invited me to his studio to see his paintings. The walls were covered in vibrant colors and swirling emotions, a reflection of the storms and calms within him. He asked me what I felt when I looked at the sea. "It reminds me of life," I said softly. "Sometimes turbulent, sometimes peaceful, always moving forward." That night, I realized that life wasn't about holding on to the past or fearing the silence. It was about embracing the unknown with courage, finding beauty in the unexpected. With Michael's gentle encouragement, I began to rediscover parts of myself I thought had faded. My love for painting, my curiosity about the world, my desire to connect deeply with others. I enrolled in art classes, joined a book club, and even took a short trip to a nearby city, something I hadn't dared to do alone in years. The community I built around me blossomed like the garden I tended every morning. Friends came and went, but the light in my heart grew steadily, fed by laughter, shared stories, and new dreams. One afternoon, as I stood by the shore again, watching the waves dance with the sunlight, I felt a warmth spread through me. The silence was no longer a void but a space filled with possibility. It wasn't about recapturing the past or fearing the future. It was about living fully in the present, grateful for every breath, every smile, every step forward. At 68, I was beginning a new chapter, one of hope, resilience, and quiet joy. And I learned that it's never too late to find happiness again.